take a minute to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. In addition to being the chair of the Department of Theater and Cinema and the director of the School of Dance and Theater at Radford University, this gentleman teaches technical design in classes and has been the department's resident scenic designer since 1979. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Virginia Thespian welcome to Mr. Carl Lefko.
Speak tonight and have the opportunity to talk about my professional organization, USATT, which I will address shortly. I have a few thoughts I'd like for you to think about for the next few minutes as we go through this, and at the end either you will have your answers or I will give you the answers to these three questions. Some of them have been around for a while. Why is theater important? Why are you involved in theater? And for many of you, and especially your parents, can you make a career in theater? Well, first of all, most of us do not go into theater thinking that we're going to become rich. However, there is money to be made. We'll talk about that. Furthermore, few of us artists are doing theater for our health. Let's say alcohol. Learning a lot, in addition to studying. But we do need to learn to do that. Statistics show that artists generally classify themselves as being happy in their chosen profession. To give you an example, my wife, an elementary school teacher for over 30 years, often lamented that she was jealous of my love for my work, and especially the fact that I was able to get up every day and go in to work and enjoy my work. It is only now in retirement, after 3 years in retirement, and her pursuing her own post-retirement career as a painter, fine artist, that she has found that same joy. Few careers promote this passion, and much less a positive attitude about life. Most artists get involved in their art because of their passion. If you're passionate about your art, you will find your own success. I've been fortunate to have made a career out of my passion for theater. One that actually began, at least my mother tells me that it began when I was 5. I was asked to play the role of Santa Claus in our annual Christmas pageant for parents. My mother had made me a red Santa Claus outfit. I was excited about this. Until, to complete the outfit, she informed me that I was supposed to wear my red snow boots. I got very upset, knowing that that was wrong with a capital R. Everybody knows that Santa Claus wears black boots. So these jeans are probably the same jeans that helped move me from a career in, or my early desire to act, into a career in design and technical theater. Before I get into that career, I'd like to talk a little bit about the entertainment world. Over the last half century, the increase in incomes and the decline in hours worked allowed American consumers to enjoy more leisure time and to increase their spending on entertainment. In the year 2000, a national survey said that spending on entertainment by American consumers totaled approximately $203 billion. $203 billion. How many jobs do you think that supports? So when someone asks you, what do you want to pursue as a career in theater, ask them, how much did you spend on entertainment last year? For instance, how many of you are going to watch the Super Bowl, the halftime show? If you don't watch the Super Bowl, you will probably at least watch the commercials and the halftime show. Okay? A lot of money there for each commercial, as well as the halftime show. How many of you watch the coverage of the elections? Well, maybe your parents watch the coverage of the national elections, but there's still a lot of money spent on that coverage. Now, for you particularly, looking further, how much did you yourself spend on downloading music or on apps for your smartphones? We're surrounded surrounded by entertainment. Just remember that over $203 billion is being spent on entertainment, and that each of you are now the foundation for generating a new framework for that art that will supply future consumers with their growing thirst for entertainment. I don't ever see it going down. It'll only go up. We all know actors and a few directors and writers who produce the various forms of entertainment that we encounter every day. What we forget is that for every actor, director, and writer, there are multiple designers and technicians who actually take part in the creative team and are essential to bring these concepts to fruition. Like me, many of you became involved in theater because of your energy and your excitement about being on stage, and that adrenaline or that rush of performing for an audience. You have and will experience that high multiple times over the course of this weekend and in the future. What you may not know are that there are almost an unlimited number of career paths open to individuals trained in the arts, but not necessarily restricted to our traditional understanding of theater on the stage. Open your brains, open your imaginations, and as you encounter your careers, look for those variations in entertainment. In 1977, I was fortunate to have a professor introduce me to USITT, my current professional organization, by taking me to a local master class on design and technical theater. It was there that I got to see my first MIG welder and actually draw a bead with a MIG welder. I also got to see a scenic artist demonstrating centuries-old painting techniques. I was hooked. For the rest of my career, I depended on USITT to keep me abreast with new techniques and technologies, while at the same time introducing me to other artists that share my passion for art. Since 1960, USITT, the United States Institute for Theater Technology, has promoted the advancement of all areas supporting technical and design elements in the arts. USITT is a member organization made up of designers, technicians, stage managers, production managers, scenic artists, educators, professionals, all working in the entertainment industry. Our mission is to educate, promote, train, and encourage research in the arts. USITT is a place to network, to exchange ideas, and to grow. Professional and pre-professionals in design and production and technology for the performing arts have been keeping USITT strong since 1960. USITT provides learning opportunities and networking for its members worldwide, from the architects who design spaces to those who create and manage productions. USITT is the place where the performing arts and community gather. Now, what do they do to accomplish all this? One is through grants and fellowships. The USITT Grants and Fellowships Program was instituted in 1985 to encourage and assist members wishing to undertake specific technical theater projects or fellowship research. This research is connected to each of you and probably each of us here tonight on this stage. How many of you are using a computerized lighting console in your theaters? Probably every single one. Do you know how this console is most likely talking to the lighting units? Probably not. Okay, I'm going to talk Greek for just a few seconds, and please try to follow carefully. Do not tell me it's Greek to me. Speech before I came to this conference. I did not know it. It is a phrase I use a lot, and that's why it's in here. Okay, DMX 512 is the Greek. That's digital multiplex. It's a standard for digital communication networks that are commonly used to control stage lighting and effects. It was originally intended as a standardized method for controlling lighting dimmers, which prior to DMX, go figure, had employed various incompatible proprietary protocols. It soon became the primary method for linking controllers such as lighting consoles to dimmers, and special effects devices such as fog machines and intelligent lights. DMX has also expanded to uses in non-theatrical interior and architectural lighting, from strings of Christmas tree lights to electronic billboards. I ask you, how many college and professional football or basketball games do not incorporate some electronic billboard or screen? They're there. DMX can now be used to control almost anything, reflecting its popularity in theaters and the entertainment world. Now, where did it start? DMX 512 was a research project sponsored by the USITT Engineering Commission of USITT in 1990. Now, it was those engineers who were actually speaking Greekese. How many of you are now using LED lighting in your theaters? Probably most of you. LED technology has really been around since the 60s. We've seen its application explode within the last decade. At the turn of the 21st century, we saw LED technology really moving into the lighting area. However, there were major problems. Certain common theatrical colors were not able to be achieved through the LED lamps. Fading from one color to another color was jerky, not smooth, not acceptable. The lighting output was very poor. Lights were dim, again, not acceptable. Well, in 2003, a group asked USITT for a $10,000 grant to research these dimming and color challenges. They eventually sold their research and their findings to a major lighting manufacturing corporation, and we now have access to a whole line of LED fixtures that are quickly replacing all of our traditional quartz lamps. This has happened in the last 5 years. USITT supported and started this initiative that really very quickly has had an impact on each and every one of us. It's our mission to outreach to designers and technicians around the globe. This helps ensure and elevate that vibrant dialogue between theater artists that we all strive to be. Every 4 years, USITT is the entity that sponsors the United States exhibit at the Prague Quadrennial of the Performance and Design Space in Prague. This exhibit showcases the best of American design and current innovation over the last 4 years. The 2011 exhibit received great reviews and much excitement. USITT, of all the sponsors or all the individuals in the U.S. connected with design and technical theater, USITT is the one that sponsors this. USITT has also been very concerned with safety. Everybody knows that theaters are a major place or performance venues where accidents occur. We've had major rigging accidents on large stages, rigging units collapse, deaths occurring because of that. Consequently, USITT began to partner with others in the industry, other companies, other organizations to develop a training certification program for the riggers and electricians who work in those venues. Together, they help create the Entertainment Technician Certification Program that today is ETCP, and it's this program, this certification program, that works to help affect the safety of crews and performances and audiences in our theaters and performance venues today. Furthermore, did you know that you could get your high school rigging inspected for free? Another initiative is our High School Rigging and Safety Initiative that was created to fund inspections of stage rigging in secondary schools across America. Schools also receive a 4-hour training in the proper care and operation of those rigging systems in their facility. The program is open to all secondary schools nationwide. The only cost to the school would be the travel, if it's incurred, of the inspector, and possibly any elevators or lifts that would be required to access the system. So in essence, there's zero cost to the schools. It's USITT who pays for those inspectors, who pays directly that money to have those people come in and help evaluate the situation of the theater and make recommendations or point out things that would help be prevented if there was a regular inspection of that facility. Last but not least, and it's probably what most individuals who are aware of USITT think about who we are and what we do, which is our annual conference and stage expo. The USITT Expo is the only conference featuring all of the technical and design aspects incorporating the entire production world. The Expo features industry leaders from all over the production disciplines. There are over 250 sessions that are offering education in production techniques, history, and solutions to problems plaguing today's professionals. With over 275 exhibitors from across the U.S., you can see the latest in entertainment innovations on the Stage Expo floor, from lighting, sound, automation, costumes, scenery, even makeup. USITT showcases a complete production experience and offers training to students, educators, and professionals working in our industry. As creative artists, I invite you to explore USITT further and let us help you discover your place in the entertainment industry. As young practitioners, you will be the creative spirits who develop those innovative techniques that will capture the imaginations of our audiences of tomorrow. You will be the practitioners that create and promote new forms of entertainment, not yet imagined. It is your passion and creativity that will wow and awe our future audiences. 40 years ago, there were no computers in the home. Now, everyone carries a smartphone, or in essence, a computer. Not totally unlike that wristwatch that Dick Tracy wore. And I know I'm dating myself, so look that one up if you don't know it. Where will you, the next generation, take our entertainment industry? There are no limits, only your dreams, your passion, and your hard work. If it is in design and the technical area, let USITT help you find that path. I'd like to leave you with these few thoughts. One, never lose your passion for art. Always follow your dreams. And last, and probably most importantly, find a career that allows you to be fulfilled and ultimately happy. Thank you. One that I'm very pleased to make, and asked me to let everyone know that the 2016 VSTC conference will be hosted by the Radford University Department of Theater and Cinema and the School of Dance and Theater at Radford University.